Welcome to LatiNation, celebrating your generation from coast to coast. I'm your host, Humberto Guida. And let me tell you, it's not easy being a prodigy. Not that I would know, but our first story definitely does. Now, kicking off today's show is Aaron Pico, a mixed martial arts phenom who had the eye of the sport since he was 12. The former amateur boxing champ and high school state wrestling champ turned pro in MMA at just 20 years old, signing with Bellator. Now, when Aaron debuted, he had all the hype on his shoulders, and in his first MMA fight against a tough veteran, he got beat. But Aaron's journey is not about falling down. It's the lesson he learned in his comeback victories and his re-ascendance as MMA's next big thing. And we have his amazing story right here because we're rolling with Aaron Pico on LatiNation.
En Acción, brought to you by the U.S. Army. Find out more at GoArmy.com.
Pico beginning to shot.
Hi, I'm Aaron Pico. I'm an MMA fighter for Bellator. I started wrestling when I was 4 years old. My older brother, Patrick, was 4 years older than me. He started wrestling, so I was just kind of like the tag along, just started, going to wrestling practice, and I loved it. Then I was getting close to high school, so I decided I needed to, go back to wrestling. So I went back, and I did 1 year of high school. I went undefeated. I was a state champion there. And in the same year, I won a world championship. So then I decided, you know what, I don't want to wrestle in high school, and I don't even want to wrestle in college because I knew I wanted to fight. That's what I ultimately wanted to do. So it's been kind of just on, wrestling, boxing, MMA, that's just been my whole life, and I've loved it. So that's the biggest thing. The biggest thing for me is just doing what you love. Like you said, not many people are not older until what they, not older, and then they find what they love. For me, I was a passion that brewed inside of me from a very, very young age. And if you do what you love every day, and you do the right thing, and you focus on being the best that you could possibly be, life will, pull you in the right direction. So that's my whole thing. If you do whatever you want to do in life, just work hard at it. There's no magic recipe. I always say that. It's like if you want to do something, find out how to go get it. If you want to be the best fighter, surround yourself with the best people and work hard at it. There's no secret to anything.
Talked extensively about how he is. Oh, beautiful! That body shot. It is all over, just like that.
The whole Bellator team has been nothing but great. Sitting down with Scott Coker when Scott got the sign with Bellator, when Scott took the job with Bellator, it was just sitting down with him. Him and I clicked, and the whole team sitting down, I shared the vision that I had and their vision, and with Viacom, and it just felt right. It just felt right. And I signed with them when I was a baby. I just turned 18, so they're like a family. I've been with them forever. And like I said, the first meeting with him and the Bellator people, it felt right. And like I said, they have motivation to be the best organization in the world, and I have motivation to be the best fighter in the world. So you put those two together, it's a good combination. I have a great team behind me. The guys at the Body Shop and Antonio McKee I really started training with them, and they started to change my mindset mentally as far as the whole aspect of MMA, learning all kinds of stuff. So with that, having that team behind me really gave me the confidence going into my second fight, and being at the new weight class, I felt a lot better. So there's a bunch of factors that go into it. But the biggest thing after the first fight, I think, is just making me callous for this fight game, because you got to be bulletproof in this game. It's like there's ups and downs, there's things that are thrown at you, but the biggest thing that I got out of the fight, the first fight, was just being bulletproof. No matter what this game throws at me, I'm going to be prepared for it. The worst thing that possibly happened in my first fight, so what can happen again? I'm ready to go. Like I said, I'm bulletproof. This is what I do. I want to fight. I'm young. I need the cage experience. That's the biggest thing for me, is the time, the hours in the cage. You can't buy that. You can't practice that. You got to live it. You got to go in there and feel the lights. You got to see the people. You got to be under the pressure, So that's what I need. I want to, as long as I'm healthy, as long as I've got that drive, I want to fight as much as I possibly can. So.